This talk has been a really long time coming. It is about the Lover's card, which is the 17th path, arguably of Mars and Venus. I make no apologies for the length of this talk. Words do not do justice to the experience that I will talk about. However, I will do my best. It was inspired by Bearheart and by Goods, and the videos are about occult information and information about the things that Bearheart has been talking about, mostly about his latest videos of a new direction in the solar breathing, of being a god and goddess in your circle as the magician, and initiation, as well as consecrating a sword and Marsian energies. So, a lot of what I'm going to talk about, if you don't get it, it doesn't matter. You'll probably find something of value. I'm going to be giving lots of examples. If you can't really see the cards that we're looking at, they're all the Lover's card except for the upper right card, which is the more Sagittarian energies of Temperance, which is very related to the Lover's card. I'm going to be showing you some cards from the Heindel deck and from the Forest deck. And I hope, this is my interpretation, so I hope that if Bearheart watches this, he can clarify things that I've said. Some of this has been things that I've studied, and it's comes from a recent vision I've had from walking the path on the Tree of Life. The 17th path is between the solar sphere of Tifareth, and it crosses the abyss up to the triangle of Saturn and Binah, and this is the path of the lovers. So this path is what you will be walking. If you haven't seen my video about the 32nd path and how to do path working and about the astral, then I suggest you go watch that first. This is more advanced information. First, I'm going to talk generally about themes and polarity, because this card is all about polarity. And polarity is on the Tree of Life of the middle pillar and the left and right hand pillar. It is the polarities of sulfur and salt, which is the fire and water of the alchemists, which is the male and the female. The resolution in the middle is with mercury or air, which is the hermetic and alchemical tradition. So I will be using the word Hermes and Mercury interchangeable in my talk. So these secret societies and orders are influenced by the Hermetic path. We can see polarity and duality in our world, and the receptive Saturn or duad, Baphomet, and Hermes are also have dual polarities sort of within. Even though Godhead manifests as male and female, they were kind of produced at the same time. It is the two forces of the female magnetic attractive and the male generative or energetic energies. The reason why I'm talking about this card is because this card has been adopted by the Hermetic Golden Dawn. I'm not sure if the Thelemic orders adopt this card, as well as Bearheart has told me that the Lover's card is the card of the Order of the Goods. What he has been trying to do is prepare you by doing solar navel breathing, because this grade in Golden Dawn is of the adept magician, and when you think about energy work, when you travel from here up to the very highest energies on the tree, binah being the third spear is the great one of the three top grades, and it is the magician in the temple. And our body is a temple. The other grade of 2, second highest grade, is the magi. So the magician grade would be number 2, chakma here. And you can see the magician and the fool are at the very top of the tree, energies coming down or even possibly returning at the same time. The very top grade, rumored, is Ipsmus. So just know that there's a higher grade there. This card is about initiation. It is an experience. It is maturation of your spiritual journey. However, because this card is about polarities or paradoxes, it is also about the Godhead or child within. So there's a certain amount of innocence applied there, such as in the Garden of Eden imagery. It is freedom or choice between two things. And so we have a choice between freedom and slavery as well. And when I talk later about the sword, because the sword is a very prominent symbol on this path. It is Hermes, it is the sword. It is, the double-edged sword to conquer and enslave or to free. It's all in how you use the tools. It is realizing the God, the creative magi within. It has themes of love and sex, integration of selves, psychic gift and intuition, magical energy, and reaching the prime source and understanding it. Binah provides the understanding of the male energies, of the highest male energies. This card is about relationships and connections, and it's about love, but not necessarily romantic love, although it can be. The sword or the spear imagery on this path are very, very important. It is the spear of Longinus that pierced Christ's side on the tree, on the cross. But I'll be talking about the different crosses later as well as the triangle and the hexagram. Talking about that later. Polarity and there's different archetypes that I haven't mentioned. I'll be reading a poem and a meditation at the very end, which is a more casual way to understand this path. Astrologically, it is the Sun and Saturn, obviously. Primarily, this path is about the understanding, though, of Binah and of Saturn, I must say. I'll throw Mars energy in here because it is so important to do with the sword, and as well as Venus, because Venus is exalted in Gemini. Gemini rules Mercury and Hermes, as well as Venus is about love. So I'll break here and follow me to part 2.